Hey, in this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my November garden and what I can plant today. This is the second week in November. We're 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. I wanted to invite you guys into my garden this month, November, because I vowed to myself I will try to plant something and grow something and harvest something every month this year in my garden. Now, I live in Zone 8. We live in southwestern Oregon, but we're at 2,000 foot elevation up in the Cascade Mountains. So this, what you see, is what I got from my garden. We'll go through each item here shortly, but I want to share with you guys some of the items you can plant now or start in the greenhouse now and later move out. And some of these items I already have in my garden. So we got cauliflower, beet, kohlrabi, kale, broccoli, lettuce, radish, pak choi, carrots, and cabbage, to name a couple of them that I can grow right here in my climate, in my region, at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. Now, last night we just had our first frost of the season. It got down to 29 degrees, so I went and set my heater in the greenhouse to medium to make sure my tender plants that I'm growing in there wouldn't die, because I moved some bell peppers in there. You can pot those and move them into indoors for the winter months and transplant them outside next growing season. Yep. Tomatoes, you could do the same thing with that. So I do have a tomato plant growing in there, and I have 2 zucchini squash growing in there. So I'll be able to harvest something throughout the winter months from the greenhouse. So I wanted to share a little bit about a little bit of something here. Here's potatoes. Yeah, keep that covered. When this plant completely dies off, because we had our first frost last night, that's what's killing the plant. Once it's completely died off, we'll go ahead and harvest the potatoes, probably in another week or two, and then I'll store them in my pantry, which is a cool, dark place. You gotta protect those spuds from the sun. That is my only cauliflower that I planted, and it's growing. But over here, I have some Brussels sprouts. Over here I have rainbow Swiss chard. You can harvest the leaves and just keep growing. You can plant this once. I've had harvested Swiss chard for 3 years from the same plant. And then here's my here's my carrots. This was an experiment. I planted those carrots indoors last winter. These are a year old, almost a year old. And of course, when you're planting in your garden, especially this time of year, you want to make sure you mulch it really good to protect the seeds from freezing. And also draws in the moisture. Here's some peas I got going in. I started those when we still had a little bit of heat, so they took off, and they're growing really good. And kale is another plant. I removed all the leaves on the bottom, and then the tops just exploded. So kale is one of those plants you can harvest year-round from the same kale. And I'm going to see how long I can harvest from these plants. How many years? Over here we've got more peas. We've got turnip. We've got radish. And just a few things took root and grew. And then I've got my comfrey right here. And look we still got flowers in bloom. That's insane. Got some flowers over here. I think the frost just finally sent them bye-bye. And check this out. Strawberries. Weird. Got some lettuce. and turnips, and then here's some more lettuce. So you're probably thinking, there's not much in my garden. Well, there's a heck of a lot more in here than there were in years past, because this is the first time I've ever grown and harvested anything in the late fall and throughout the winter. We're gonna see how far into the winter we got. I'm gonna take you guys into the greenhouse and show you the explosion of growth in there. This is epic. Now, last night I came out and turned the heater on because I noticed the temperature in here I have a little transmitter that transmits the temperature into my desk, and I noticed the temperature was getting down to the freezing level, so I came out and turned the heater up. And right now it's 61 degrees in here, and with the sun out and the clouds clearing up, I may be able to just turn the heater down a little bit. In fact, I'll go ahead and turn it down. I'll turn it off and just monitor the temperature from my desk. As you can see, we're ready to harvest. This is musclin. I've got flowers growing in here. These are marigolds because I want flowers, you know. It's just to see if I can grow them in winter months. I've got radish over here. And guess what? Radish tops are edible. Don't throw those away. Cook them up and eat them. There's a lot of micronutrients in it. You don't want to waste. Waste not, want not. Of course, over here we've got lettuce, more lettuce, because we eat a lot of salads. And then we got spinach growing. I can start harvesting this stuff now. Just coming out and daily and just start trimming back. And check out up here. Yeah, I got something to add that blue cheese to that I got. Award-winning blue cheese from the local blue cheese factory. Yeah, they won best in the world for their blue cheese. There is that tomato I was telling you about. Yeah, just pick up a tomato plant, transplant it in a pot, bring it indoors, and it'll produce tomatoes for you. And this is my pepper plant, still growing, still producing peppers. And then over here I've got kale. And then down there, that's what I told you about, my zucchinis. So I don't think we're gonna go hungry anytime soon. Not with all of the vegetables I'm growing right here in the yard right now, and also the native edibles that I can go out and harvest just off the environment. The acorns are dropping from the trees right now, so there's a source. There's a lot. Nobody has any excuse to go hungry. Plus, there's wildlife that abounds around here. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for sharing this little update with me. I have I'm trying really hard to make the garden go all year round, because now that I'm retired I have the time to just focus. So we'll be doing some more things coming up in probably in 2 weeks, and then also through December. Yeah, stay tuned for that. You could do that by subscribing and clicking that bell icon. That'll alert you to new videos as I upload them. Give us a thumbs up, click that share button. Sharing my videos on your social media platforms helps us out. Remember, folks, always be safe and please be kind. We'll see you guys in my next adventure. Bye-bye now.